Alright, I'm gonna try not to hold you guys too long. I'm not really much into the patriotic shit, but for some reason I'll do this. It's my variation of it. I know it's kind of late for me to do it, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright. Look down below, you'll see pretty much the colors I'll most likely use for this video. It's black, green, red, white, and blue. That's about it. I don't really care for using hello Sonia Kelly. How am I? I'm fair. I'm alright. Yeah, I don't really like using these colors for subjects because obviously they're kind of a patriotic mix, so I tend to stray away from it. But for some reason, I don't know why, I just decided to do one today. You might hear some fireworks go off, maybe, but we'll get on with this. All right, it'll be this flag with a fantasy flower of some sorts. I'll try to make it as painless as possible. I'm mixing a little bit of black into the red so I can get a different hue of red, so when I go lighter there's a difference. Alright, I'll get a little bit of glycerin here. I'll put it in the mix. I'm going directly from my head. That's not too unusual. Hello, Jessica. All right, let's get on with this. I tend to forget that I needed to add a little white to this because it's gonna show through, so. We'll see. Maybe I won't, but I think I will. I think I already started it off kind of wrong, but that's all right. It will be okay. It'll be all right. That should work somewhat. I kind of didn't want to go in that direction, but I'll just do it anyway. It's all right. Now I gotta think. I think I can get back on track with it now, somewhat. A little bit of clever shading, and you'll see what I'm about to do here. That'll work for now. I'm gonna use a mixture of double loading and the one-stroke double loading method and the Jenkins method for this particular type of flower, just to make it look a little different, a little appealing. I'm gonna give it my best shot. As soon as I can find my half-inch brush. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll use this one. It's all right. All right, let's get a little bit of red, a little bit of white. A little more red there. We'll start from here. I don't think it's gonna cover. Might need a little more glycerin, a little more paint. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot. Just got to get the get the mix right. I gotta think about something here. I'll do it this way. Something like that. We'll try it that way first, see if it makes it. I'll be dipping into the glycerin a bit. All right, now let's see if it actually works. Well, Jessica, it'd be cool if I can pull it off. I'm gonna see if I can pull it off. I've never tried two different styles like this, mixing them together. So we'll see what happens. I might be able to do it. I think I'm able to get away with it. I think I can do it. Hello, Madonna. We'll going a little patriotic today. Not bright enough. Definitely need that separation of color here. Okay, that might work. Sorry if I'm not talking too much here. No, wrong. That was wrong. That might work. Am I feeling better? A little bit. A little bit. A lot better than before. That's a fact. A lot better than yesterday. Yeah, I'm getting there. The coughing spells aren't like before. So I'm slowly coming out of it. Yes, Kelly. I'm gonna turn that around. I'm gonna flip that over. Try to kill two birds with one stone here. Let's go this way. I still need the glycerin. Make sure my head is out of the way so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. At least what I'm attempting to do. I think I can add something else in there. Bear with me here. Maybe around in here. Make it disappear here. And maybe something around in this area here. Like that. Keep forgetting the glycerin. The glycerin will grab onto the watercolor paper, so it's a different approach. This is not canvas, it is watercolor paper, so. Let's go on the other side. Then I'll take white here. Probably a little gray. We'll gray it up a little bit. We'll just keep it here. And right about here. Kind of bring it up here, and then we'll kind of get a little higher up here. Then we'll kind of, we'll bring it right around it. We'll bring it down here. We have it dragged down a little bit like that. Then we'll take some straight white. Oh, let's go from here, I guess. This edge right there. So we got two petals turned in that direction. Turn that around like that. A little more white to make it resemble a white petals there. I think we're good. I kind of want to reiterate that half and half stroke, so right about here we'll kind of All right, let's move it over a little bit. Right about there. All right. All right. We'll come in here. Come up around in here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in the layered shadow first, and then we will put in the petals and the highlights afterward. Okay. So I'm pretty much blocking in the shape of these fellows. You can pretty much see what I'm aiming for, more or less. I think I can go dark. Right around in here. I'll pop something. Almost looks like little wings or something. Maybe a little out here. Might be a little tough for you to see the green until I, get into it a little bit. Play with that a little bit. Something like that. 1, 2. Now I do have 3.
It's an experience to eat what's on that plate. For me, nothing beats it in the whole world except, you know what?
We might put some more stuff in there. Of course, I don't have enough white. Of course. So hold on one second. The stars are going to be a big pain because I would rather stencil in the stars than to try to do it by hand. It just takes a little too much time. A little bit of glycerin there. If you're wondering, I'm just using the corner edge of the brush to do it. It's kind of awkward to do it because I'm painting at a weird curve. I'm sitting not exactly in front of the easel, but I'll make my way here. It's all good. We use a little bit of blue, I guess. We'll pop a little green in that blue, and then we'll put the red in there. A little black. Let's see what this brings. I'm just looking for contrast on the other side. We're almost done. Almost. We're pretty close. Hey, it matters. How are you? Okay. I'll use this bright green. While I'm thinking about it, I'll just kind of sneak my signature in right in here. I'll sneak it in there real quick. All right. Oh man, these stars are going to be a pain because I would rather have a stencil to do them. They're going to be an annoyance. Let's see what I can do. Just want to test out something here. It might not work. I'll see, but it might not work. I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna have to fake the funk on the stars, I think. I'm not really a fan of doing them. I would rather do them with a stencil. But I'll give it my best shot. I'll try one and we'll see how it goes. I would rather do them by a stencil, but I don't have stars stencils because once again I don't do very many patriotic things. So this is probably essentially just a big one-off. I doubt I'll do this again unless somebody requests a bigger version of this. Then I would buy them. And yes, I am coloring these a certain way, line after line. It is a paint marker. It's an acrylic paint marker, actually. And yes, they do have oil paint markers. I can actually get away with that. Believe it or not, it's done. I can make this disappear. I really don't want to waste this, so I'll do something with this, maybe. But I can get rid of the screen. And we'll center this back again. Sorry about the sudden jarring of it. You guys can pretty much get a good clear shot of this. It's been quite a while since I actually used watercolor paper. It is 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. Wow, that's off center. If we can do that a little bit better. There we go. I think we're somewhat focused. I'll hit the button again. So what I do now for the watercolor paper is that I'll just glue two sheets together. It makes it a lot more solid. It won't tend to bow and crinkle as much, even though this is 300 weight paper. Oh, that's right. I did not tape it. Yeah, I didn't tape it. Oops. My bad. I didn't tape the back end of it. So we have to do a little fudging here. Hold on. That's right, I didn't tape it. I forgot. There. All right. That'll hold it up there for a little while so you guys can check it out. All right, well, there it is. About as patriotic as I'm going to get, red, white, and blue, with the black pattern American flag. Something somewhat kind of quick. All right. So my little contribution to all the soldiers that lost their lives in all of the wars. So it'd be something that'll probably be posted up every Veterans and Memorial Day or whatever. on my Facebook wall and such. So but once again, there you go. And you guys know the deal. I'll take a photo of it and post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, yada yada yada. Okay. Oh my God, look at this paint. I don't want to waste the paint. So let me take this off real quick. Let's put it down here. I can turn the camera and just aim it downward like that. All right. I did do some extra sheets. Excuse my head. I was hoping I can get to this while I'm still in this chair. That's not gonna happen because, you know, that's just me and my luck. I have to put extra weight on the paper because of the I use of course I'm gonna have to fully get up. And I'm gonna show you why. There's a little problem, and it happens. I used just get all of them. I use Elmer's glue, and of course, you know, it tends to kind of stick to each other. And I had them press. You need weight to press them down, so some of the glue seeps from the edges and it kind of sticks, which is natural. I kind of knew offhand that it may happen that way, so, but that's okay. I'll just place these somewhere where I can just easily get to them. That's no big deal. And I have a lavalier mic, so you guys hear me probably pretty strong, pretty clear. But of course, I'm tangled in my camera wire here when I do it. Let's put these back here. I wanted to go back to the paper because if I do a lesson, I really don't want to keep wasting. I don't want to keep wasting boards, canvas panels and stuff, and I really don't want to waste this this paint. So I'll just mash this paint on here real quick for some kind of background. I'll just use the tape I have here. It's all right. But once again, let me put it to where you guys can see it. That's what she looks like. All right. I gotta set it over here to see if I can reach it. I got long arms. I got an easel on the other side where I take the photo, so I'll just place it right there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Who knows? I'll just keep it in this. I'll keep it like this, and I'll pull the camera back. You guys see exactly what I do to prepare this thing. Let's go back, 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 and let's go downward. That should be perfect right there for you guys. All right, and it should somewhat be in focus. I know I'm in focus. Let's give it a good press. I put my hand here so the camera, it will blink to wherever I pressed, and then move my hand and everything should be in focus. All right. Okay, I have a mess of, let's do this time. I'm just gonna take some, now you know I use masking tape, or is that masking tape? I can't remember what the name is, but anyway, I'll use Scotch tape. Scotch tape with this paper, it actually really keeps out the glycerin, keeps out the water. It makes a very, very, very sharp line, so it seals a lot better than the other stuff. So I'll use this for it. I do tend to bend the edges in so I can just grab it. Okay, a little quick measure, and of course it's very static. It wraps around your arm, but you'll get accustomed to all of that. I try to guesstimate maybe a 1/2 inch border ish. All right, As long as this is pressed on here pretty good, I really don't. I mean, if it comes apart or loosens up, it's all right. As long as I made it long enough for it to just stay in place. Basically, what I want. But I do this each and every time. Usually before I turn the cameras on, obviously. But I get to show you guys get to see exactly how I do this. Each time I want to show something. Once again, I just quickly guesstimate. I have plenty of tape. I got tape all over the place here. I think that's right. It's about as right as I'm going to get it anyway. But it holds a better seal than the masking tape. All right. So, okay. I'll just use one of these brushes, and I just want to. I'll do some kind of background, and who knows? I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the next painting. It's just I don't really want to waste the paint, so I'll just splatter it on here, and what happens happens, really. So I'll wet the brush. It's just a flat. And this is watercolor paper, so I can kind of do this with it. It's all good. I don't even have to like wipe the whole thing with it, just like that. It's all right. Then I'll just take my mix of colors. I'll just kind of plop them on there, willy-nilly like this. It's all right. Go in different directions. Doesn't matter. White, blue, mix it all together. Mix it all in there, just like this. Who knows what I'm gonna do with this? I have no clue, no idea. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. Okay. Very willy-nilly, just do it. Let's see what happens if I put a little rubbing alcohol on that. There's no water really, so we don't know if it's going to spread apart or whatever. I don't think it will be. It would need water. It's just mostly paint, so we'll see what happens. I'll just leave it be. Like I say, it's just rubbing alcohol. Maybe, usually if I put more water into that, you'll see some crazy stuff happening with it. But there's not much water on there at all to make that type of effect happen. At least I don't think so. It's not gonna do anything. If the paint was more watered down and I put the rubbing alcohol on it, it acts as a resistant. It pushes it away. And you get some very interesting patterns, but this is just too thick of paint, so it's not gonna happen. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to experiment. Now, I wanted you to see something. Even though I got this double taped, of course, when it's wet, and this tape isn't pulling up anytime soon. So what it's doing is pulling against each other. So because it's wet, it's being pulled by the dry edge underneath. So it's kind of tussling with each other. But when it dries, believe it or not, it dries flat as a board. Okay, you won't see none of these curves and bubbles and everything. So when you do, if you paint on watercolor paper, you're gonna get this until it dries. When it dries, it flattens out, stretches right back, and this pattern stays. All right, let's turn this back on. Oh, let's switch. All right, okay. We'll scrape this up. I'll show you all the whole boring schmeal of how I clean all of this stuff up. It's just rubbing. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Rubbing alcohol. That's all it is. Just like that. In a few seconds. Now I do have a. I forgot what you call these. This is nothing but a. Oh, you guys can't see. You can see it better here. It's just a razor blade. All right, it's a paint scraper basically. All right. That's all it is. The sharper the better. But as you can see, it pulls it right up. No fuss, no muss. Just takes it right off. Now, of course, I'm doing it backwards because I'm a lefty, so I'll go the opposite direction. But it's all right. It's okay. The edge of this has the waste paper basket is directly under it, so I could just pull and drag this mess right into the basket. No fuss, no muss. It's all right. I know many people don't really show you how they clean up their crap. I got a beach towel on my lap, a thick one, so I just wipe the brush or the knife on that. And of course, you got its own plastic case, so you don't have any unfortunate accidents, to which I shamefully must admit I am kind of prone to. So I'm very careful when I have to use that thing. I spray it again. I do have regular paper towels down below, fastened to the board. Okay, and this stuff comes right off. All right. It will look like it's never been used. And that's it. Now there's a chemical that they spray on this glass so that this stuff does come up. Okay. But you know, rubbing alcohol evaporates rather quickly. I'll get some of this residue stuff off too. It really only takes a few seconds. Well, there you go. All right, we'll switch this back. All right, that's it. I'll turn off this light. That's the little dot you see there. That's the camera. And once again, I can take this out of here. I'll get rid of that. There you go. All right, this is, well, you can kind of see some of what's going on with it, but it's really not enough to make any real difference or any real change. I can just wipe that off, no big deal. Wipe it all off. Gives interesting little patterns and whatnot. I can take some white paint and put splatter over it or whatever, but it's almost dry, really. Almost dry. But once it's totally dry, once again, it's flat to the board, and I really don't have to worry about it. And really, that's that. I can clean my board the same way. I just use the rubbing alcohol and just wipe the board off, really. And this stuff comes off. I usually use a sponge to wipe this crud off. Not the paper towel. Paper towel's a little soft, but it does, it does clean it off. It does wipe it off, and it evaporates and whatnot. But if the board gets too gross, I'll just spray paint it black again. There's so many coats of spray paint on this thing. It's embarrassing. So, hey Bill, how you doing? All right, another half hour my buddy will be on at 11 o'clock. He lives in, I keep saying Washington State, but he lives in Oregon. And they're 3 hours behind us, so it's only 8 o'clock there. My razor blade fell. Put it back here. There. Okay, let's take this off. I usually have the face camera on, but I had this equipment on earlier today, but obviously I didn't get to it. So decided to do it tonight. Once again, you guys know the drill. I'll get a good picture of the other photo, and you guys get to see it. I think that's about it. So I didn't keep you guys here forever. All right. So you guys be easy, be well, be safe, enjoy what few minutes of Memorial Day before you guys go back to the grind of going back to work. All that fun stuff. So, all right, Madonna, Billy, Jessica, Maria, It Matters. There's a few more I think that popped in here. Kelly, thank you. So guys, I appreciate you. And we'll see you when I see you. All right? All right. Peace.